welcome back to another video. Today we are giving a break from Naruto. Today we are talking about how strong was King Cold. Now, King Cold was not no slouch, as seen in the anime and or manga. I've not read the manga example, even though he got thrashed by Trunks. What we have to know is that Frieza was comfortable with getting his father to help him assist in the aid of taking down Goku. So easily King Cold is at Super Saiyan level. Even Gohan points that out, even though that King Cold has a higher level of power than Frieza, but granted Frieza is also weaker at this time because it is Mega Frieza and not original Frieza. Original Frieza and King Cold, I'm pretty sure, would have beaten Trunks in that battle, especially original Frieza and King Cold in that battle. What we have to know is that even Frieza at that point in time, and Namek, since we have to only regard him, we only have to compare him to his son, is that the original Frieza was not scared of Super Saiyan. At any point, though Super Saiyan Goku could have ended that fight, and when Frieza was in his final form before Final Form 2 Frieza, I think that's called, was in the battle. But to be fair, Frieza was not scared of Super Saiyan. More so, he could have just fought Super Saiyan on an even level. It was still a fight between Goku and Frieza, and King Cold is slightly below or the same level as Final Form Frieza. What we don't know about King Cold, at least for his strength wise, is that can he transform? As we know, this is King Cold's only time that we see him in, only form we see him as. We have no explanation if other people from Frieza's race can transform. We only see Frieza do it, and since Cooler is in canon, we only see Frieza do it. And to that extent, why just Frieza? Also, this could just be the point of maybe King Cold's always in his final form, as we know, since King Cold is at Super Saiyan level already with just his strength, and Frieza was more than comfortable enough to be like, hey, I'm gonna get my dad to handle you for real. To that extent, unfortunately, since we don't really get to see King Cold go all out in terms of a real fight, because he faced Trunks, who was exceedingly more powerful at Super Saiyan and honed his Super Saiyan through countless years of battling and fighting with the androids and training. So they just had no shot against Trunks. What's unfortunate about King Cold, at least from the way I see it, and what would have really gauged his level of strength, is that we don't see him fight the Z fighters at all, because of Trunks. Trunks messed it up. As far as we know, the original timeline, King Cold and Frieza was still defeated by the Z fighters. Now we don't know if some of the Z fighters died in that fight, or if they just defeated King Cold. We know he was defeated by the Z fighters, whether we like it or not. Right? We don't know by who. That would be the only level of strength that we could gauge him as. Of course, I honestly gauge him at Super Saiyan level before we get to trained advanced Super Saiyan. If he can handle right off the bat Trunks' first turn in Super Saiyan, or Goku first turn in Super Saiyan, at that extent, and we just don't see it, and that he's just naturally powerful. And since we don't know if he we don't know if he transforms, we don't know if he has the power to transform, and of course Frieza's the only one from his race that we know of that can transform, since we don't have many more from his race ever introduced in the series. Hopefully we get that sometime soon in Dragon Ball Super, rather than the next year or two, to further expand the lore. But then again, probably not. But they keep giving Frieza screen time, so I would love to see more about his race, and why is it just him? Why can't he only transform? And King Cold doesn't. Of course, Frieza may just be as strong, or a little bit lower, may just be as strong as King Cold, or they're just at the same level of strength when Frieza is on his final form. So that's just meaning that they should have won if Frieza was at his original level against Trunks, and then everyone is screwed until Goku arrives, of course. Until Goku arrives. All right, And that's kind of where you have to put him as. He doesn't really have feats. The only time we see him, he just absolutely dies to set up that we're not at that level of strength anymore. So we have surpassed that. So we have to move on to a newer level, which was the androids at that time. So he was more of a symbolic villain that we only see a couple of episodes, just because we have to know and recognize, hey, this happened. We not going back. We're way more powerful now. And setting up the next arc about the training, everyone having to get to this newer level of power to defeat these more powerful enemies than these two. Which is unfortunate. I would have liked to see more of King Cole, especially King Cole fighting, and why Frieza was so comfortable to get his dad to come handle it. Which I would have loved to see. Anyway, like and subscribe. He, to me, is Super Saiyan level, but fresh off the cut Super Saiyan, not trained Super Saiyan, not perfected Super Saiyan or the Super Saiyan that came out the time chamber with, just regular Super Saiyan. Namek, Goku Super Saiyan, I think he would have beaten, or at least given that Goku a run for his money. Anyway, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.